Hey everyone! Welcome to the video where we dive into one of the most underrated superpowers we all have but rarely use, silence. Yep, good old-fashioned zip your lips kind of silence. Today we're talking about why silence is golden, and I'm not being dramatic here. Trust me, mastering the art of silence can change your world in ways you never thought possible. We've got real stories from regular people just like you, who've harnessed silence to navigate through life's craziness. So let's get started. Number 1, silence stops you from saying the wrong thing. How many times have you said something in the heat of the moment that you instantly regretted? We've all been there. Like that time Josh, a 32-year-old project manager, snapped at his boss during a meeting. He thought he was being assertive. Turns out he was being fired. Oops, if Josh had just taken a deep breath and embraced silence for a few seconds, he could have processed his emotions instead of letting them take the wheel. Silence gives you that crucial moment to think, which can save your career, your relationships, and possibly your dignity. Number 2, silence helps you listen better. We live in a world where everyone's talking, but no one's really listening. Ever had a conversation where you could tell the other person was just waiting for their turn to speak? Fun, right? Silence, on the other hand, forces you to listen. Take my friend Lisa, for example. She struggled in her marriage for years because she always felt unheard. Then one day she tried an experiment. Instead of chiming in with solutions, she just stayed quiet and truly listened to her husband. The result? He opened up in ways he never had before. Who knew shutting up could be the secret to better communication? Number 3, silence is your brain's best friend. Your brain needs silence like your phone needs to be plugged in. Constant noise, whether it's music, podcasts, or even your own thoughts, overloads your mental capacity. Sarah, a 36-year-old accountant, found this out the hard way. She was always stressed, always tired, and always on. Her therapist suggested she try 10 minutes of silence every day. No phone, no TV, no distractions. She thought it sounded ridiculous, but after a week she felt more refreshed than she had in years. Silence is like a reboot for your brain. It's simple and it's free. Why not give it a try? Number 4, silence makes you appear smarter. We all know that one person who just has to fill every silence with their opinion, even if they don't know what they're talking about. Spoiler, it's not a great look. A well-timed pause can make you look thoughtful, reflective, and frankly, smarter. There's a story about Mark, a guy who always dominated conversations at work until he realized that silence could be his secret weapon. During meetings, instead of rushing to speak, he'd pause, let others share their thoughts, and then calmly offer his perspective. Suddenly, people started seeing him as a wise, measured leader. Funny how keeping your mouth shut can boost your reputation. Number 5, silence can diffuse tension. Ever been in an argument where things are escalating fast and you feel like there's no turning back? That's when silence is your best tool. Mia, a teacher from New York, had a knack for getting into heated debates with her colleagues. One day, instead of firing back, she tried something new, silence. She just stopped talking. The other person kept going for a while, but eventually ran out of steam. Without fuel, the fire died out. Silence can create a space where emotions cool down, and it's in that space where real solutions can emerge. Number 6, silence is powerful in negotiations. Silence in negotiations is like a Jedi mind trick. When you're negotiating, whether it's for a raise, a new contract, or just deciding who gets the last slice of pizza, strategic silence can shift the balance in your favor. Take Jason, a freelancer. He was terrified to ask for more money from a client, but knew he deserved it. So when the time came, He simply asked for the rate he wanted and then said nothing. Just sat there in silence. His client fidgeted for a while and then agreed to his raise. Silence creates discomfort for the other party, and they'll often fill that discomfort by giving you what you want. Number 7, silence helps you connect with yourself. In all the hustle and bustle of life, how often do you just sit in silence and check in with yourself? I'm talking no phone, no Netflix, no distractions. My friend Emma had a full-blown quarter-life crisis at 31. She didn't know what she wanted in life, and she felt lost. She decided to take a weekend to herself. No social media, no obligations, just silence. She went for walks, meditated, and wrote in a journal. By the end of that weekend, she had more clarity than she'd had in years. Silence gives you space to reflect and reconnect with what's truly important to you. So what's the takeaway here? Silence is far from just an absence of noise. It's a powerful tool that can radically transform different aspects of your life. By mastering silence, you give yourself the chance to step back, reflect, and make more intentional choices. Whether it's avoiding saying something you'll regret or simply giving your brain a break from the constant noise, silence is the unsung hero of personal growth. In relationships, silence isn't about shutting down, but about creating space for true connection. It's listening to understand rather than just listening to reply. In negotiations, it's about wielding the power of patience to get what you deserve. In moments of tension, it's about letting things cool off without adding more fuel to the fire. And with yourself, silence is where you hear your own thoughts most clearly, where you reconnect with your values, dreams, and the person you want to become. We live in a world that's loud. Social media, work, friends, family, all pulling at our attention. Learning to find silence, even just a little bit each day, is like finding a hidden key to peace, wisdom, and better decision-making. So next time you're about to fill the silence with noise, remember that golden rule. Sometimes saying nothing says the most. Thanks for tuning in, and if this video resonated with you, take a moment in silence to reflect on it, or leave a comment. We'll gladly respond after a pause for reflection. We'll see you next time.